I adopted my daughter from China, and I got to go to China to get her. And the night before we were actually going to the orphanage, I was sobbing at 2 a.m. in our hotel room because we hadn't really settled on a name for her. And I was like, if we can't come up with a name, how can we even be good parents, you know? But I eventually went to sleep. And the next morning we went to the orphanage, and they brought the babies out in this long row with, the helpers holding them. And there was this one adorable one who was jumping up and down on her lap. And I said, I hope that's her. And it was. And as soon as we had her, there was no question. She was my baby. She loved me, and I loved her.
I feel love every day because I'm a teacher. I teach with 7-year-old children and 8-year-old children, and every day I go to work and I love what I do because the kids love on me and hug on me and make me feel loved every single day.
I know when I felt that someone truly knew that I loved them.
That's good.
Oh yeah, my son was arrested and placed in custody for murder because of gun violence, and he didn't think that I would be there for him. And I told him that no matter what, you're my child and I'll stand by your side no matter what. And he goes, really? Because you were the one person that I thought would never have anything to do with me again. And at that point I realized that he understood what love is.
I feel love every time I'm with my husband and we're walking and he just takes my hand. And I'm walking, but just to feel that grip and that knowing we're together in a partnership.
When Rod and I had been married for 25 years. We were in a financial situation where we couldn't have a 25th anniversary party. So when we had our 30th anniversary party, it was friends, relatives, church members. It was just amazing. And a good friend of mine did the service, and a friend of mine's daughter did the music, and it was such a wonderful feeling to be surrounded by people that really, really care about you and how you just know that you can count on these people to be there when you need them. And it was just an amazing, soul-filling experience.
My idea of love is when my husband comes home from working all week and he fixes me a great, delicious dinner at night. And it's wonderful. It's amazing that he can do all that. So,
my idea of love with my wife is anytime I see her smile or see her excited, that makes me happy. And so all the more exciting if it's based on something I did. So when I come home and cook dinner and see that she appreciates the effort I put into it, that puts a smile on my face as well.
I don't have children, and about 25 years ago I met a young woman that we just became enormously good friends. We really connected in a very deep and emotional way, and while she really is a best friend, she also in many ways became like a daughter. And shortly after we met, 3 or 4 years after that, I was visiting friends in Manhattan. I was in California all those years. And so there I was in Manhattan and got a notice in the mail at my friend's apartment that there was a package for me. And so I went to the post office, and there was amazingly almost nobody around, so I was talking to the postal clerk, and he had to dig through it and find the package. And I realized it was from her. And I went, well, what could that be about? And he looked at me and said, well, it is Father's Day. And I went, oh my God. Well, would you open it for me? I got to see what this is. I can't wait to get back to the apartment. So he tears it open and pulls it out, and he says, oh man, that really is an ugly tie. And you understand, I don't wear ties, okay? And right there in the post office, I broke down sobbing.